Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Paula and today I am going to be showing you how I did this full face of Korean makeup. I have a whole lot of stuff here. I was contacted by beautykoreamall.com and this video isn't sponsored or paid by them, but they did gift me all of these products. I have so many things, so if you want to see this look, then let's get straight into it. So I prepped my face already with moisturizer and I'm going to go in with this. This is a 3CE Peony Water and it's basically just like a kind of spritzer spray to hydrate. So I thought we'd start with that. Oh, nice and refreshing. It is so hot in here today, so that is just what I need. I'm going to go in with the Lumilayer Primer from VDL and I thought it sounded really good, right up my street, hydrating and dewy and all the kind of things that I like in a primer. So I'm going to just put a little bit of that on my beauty blender. So it comes out quite white. Now I did try this on my hand before and it had little like flecks of glitter in it. So I'm interested to see how it's going to come out. Ooh, that's right up my street. Okay, so no, nothing on the side. Ooh, it's very glowy. And I don't see that glitter coming up at all. Oh, I am loving that. Now I know why it's so popular. It's so dewy, so glowy. I'm just going to touch it. It's not sticky, so that feels really good. Like, I feel like I could wear that without foundation. That's really, just really brighten my skin. I'm loving that. So this is a 30ml size of this. I will pop all the names of all the products in the description box. So if you missed the name of something, it will be in there. And also pop a link to beautykoreamall.com in there as well, so you can check it out. All the prices are in dollars. I did have to pay customs when it came, but it wasn't that much actually. I think it was like £11, and then Parcel Force had a fee on top of that. So annoying. So it was okay. Right, now we're going to go in with base. Now I did buy one base, which is the 3CE Style Nanda Back to Baby BB Cream SPF 35 PA++. And I obviously had faith in this base working for me because I clearly didn't buy another one. I bought a few concealers but only bought one base because I was pretty certain on this and the colour, but I think it's just literally too light. So I've already had a little play with it. And it's just too light for me, and it also dried down a little bit matte, which I was surprised about for a BB cream. So I think it's just going to be a little bit light for me, and I don't really like a light base. So I think what I'm going to do is use one of my own foundations, and then I'm going to go in with everything else because I want to give this all a fair test, and I feel like if I hate my base and it's too drying or it's not the right colour, I'm going to hate everything else. I just put one of my foundations on. I've also filled in my brows a little, and I put on some eye primer because we are now going to go in with the eyes. And I meant to say as well, if you are interested in this BB cream, I think it only comes in one colour because I was trying to see the colour to share with you guys, and I think it only comes in one colour, so I had really high hopes for this working. I don't know why I really settled on that base. So I'm all ready to do eyes now, and funnily enough I have a 3CE palette, Style Nanda. It is all nude colours, so you've got like your kind of base shades and just very, very light. I thought it'd be very natural and good. So let's go in with this. Let me grab a brush. Okay, so I'm going to take this kind of second base shade here, and I'm just going to put that all over the eyelid, and I'm using a tapered blending E40 Sigma brush. I like this brush just because it's really nice and big and fluffy and really good just for covering the whole eye area. I always like to just use a base colour before I start using any colour, just to kind of give my eyes a bit of colour. Now, I think I'm going to just go for one of the darker shades here. We've got like a nice peachy colour, which could be nice with, I think, what lip I'm going to use. But I think I'm going to go for this one here. So I'm going to change brush. And what brush am I going to use? Okay, I'm going to use this one, which is the Jeffree Star Morphe brush, the JS8. I absolutely love these brushes, they're so good. I only ever bought the one, and I saw recently on Morphe they had a 50% sale, and obviously they're not working with Jeffree Star anymore. And all of these were in it, so I got a couple more, and they were like £2. So that sale is still live. I will put it in the description box. I'm going to go in with this shade here. And I'm just going to try and work that into the crease. Very, very subtle, so pretty. This is like my sort of everyday palette. Oh, that's really nice. And you got to think as well with Korean makeup, it's very subtle. You know, I don't think they wear like crazy colors. I don't know. If you're Korean and you wear crazy colors, let me know. But my idea of like Korean makeup, or what I think of, is sort of like subtle colors, very polished, very like glossy glass skin. Is it the new thing like dolphin skin? Whatever that's about. Oh, and I meant to say actually, that primer made my foundation go on so glowy and nice. So 5 out of 5 for that primer. Base I used on my eye was the P. Louise base. And I'm going to grab that fluffy brush again and just tidy that up. It's just such a simple like throw on palette. And then I'm going to take, what brush I'm going to take? What's this one? This is a ColourPop E17. And I think I'm going to do maybe this one at the front and see what that looks like. Blend that in. That's quite pretty. It's kind of like pinky peach. Very, very nice, very subtle. This is so me. I love this palette. I feel like some of the brown, I wish there was a bit more of a brown, a darker, but it's kind of like orangey, peachy colours, but it's actually stunning. I like this. I'm gonna blend it in again. Absolutely love this brush, so good for blending. So Z to Sigma Taper Blending E40. And what I learned before from a makeup artist was I would always be like this. You actually should hold your brush at the end, so then you get more of a light tap when you're doing your eyes, which is such a great tip. Really like this palette, really like the feel of the eyeshadows. They went on well, so happy with that. So now I'm going to go in with mascara. This is the Over Lengthening Mascara. So let's get a look at this. Looks like a nice wand. Goes on nice, like, got fish face. No clumps. It's definitely, I would say, more lengthening than voluming. I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. It has like a kind of quite a fake lash effect. So that was the Missha Over Lengthening Mascara. I like. Okay, and then I got this, which is the Innisfree Skinny Fixercara. So I can't remember if it is a clear mascara or if it is actually a brow gel, because in my head I wouldn't buy a clear mascara, so I'm going to use it as a brow gel because I think that's what it is. And it is such a thin brush, it must be, unless it's for the bottom lashes or both. This is a little tiny thin brush, and I'm going to use this as my brow gel. If it's not, it doesn't matter, it's just a brow clear mascara anyway, so it can work. It doesn't feel sticky, it feels like it set them though, so I think that feels okay. I really like this eyeshadow. Okay, now is a bit of a fun bit. I have 3 different concealers, and I have it a little bit already, and I'm actually not sure which one I'm going to use. So I've got the 3CE, again, Style Nanda Waterful Concealer. Now this one is quite light. I would say this one reminds me of like a NARS Creamy Concealer. I'm sticking to the seat, it's that hot in here today. Reminds me of the NARS Creamy Concealer. This is called Studio. And what's really cool about this one is it has SPF 30 in it. I've never seen concealers with SPF in it, and I think that's awesome. So this one reminds me Shape Tape. But I actually think it's a bit more hydrating than Shape Tape because I'm not a fan of Shape Tape at all. But I think that one's actually nice. And then this is the Milk Creamy Concealer. Oh, and let me show you the packaging. look at this. This isn't this one, but it's like shiny. I kept all the packaging in case I needed to refer to the Korean on it. But look, this one comes in like a little milk bottle. So cute. So I love that. So that was from G9 Skin, and I got the colour light beige in Studio 01, and then in this one was 001 is the colours that I got. So this one is super thick. It reminds me a little bit of the IT Cosmetics concealer, but it's completely not like it, but it's as thick as that. So this one is great for sort of covering up spots. So I'm going to use this a little bit on my chin. And then I can't decide which one to go for of these two. I think because I didn't love the BB cream in 3CE, I think I'm going to go for this one, even though it reminds me of Shape Tape. It feels more like an under eye concealer. This is definitely not an under eye concealer because it's so thick. And you could, but no, I don't think I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to just cover up some of my spots here and here. And it is quite light. It has quite a strong scent because I looked up and it actually has talc in it. So it smells kind of like talc. The only thing is it is quite brightening. So for me again, it's good if you want to use it as like under eye or brighten an area. I don't particularly want to brighten my chin, but it does cover up those spots really well. And I might even just use it a bit here as well, like where I've got my pigmentation, because I think it really covers up that area. And you only need, for that one, you only need the slightest amount because it is so thick. So like I am using a beauty blender which has really diluted it. If you were to go like straight in like that and just rub it in with a brush, it's so thick. And the smell is quite off-putting with the talc, but I'd probably say this is probably the best concealer out of the three for coverage. It has like an applicator. And I don't mind a lighter, like a much lighter concealer because it brightens up the under eye area. This one definitely reminds me of Shape Tape, but it's much less matte. I find Shape Tape way too matte. This is kind of like a happy medium. Look how brightening that is. It's so brightening and so glowy. I really like this one. I hadn't heard of this brand. I mean, I hadn't heard of most of the Korean brands, but I definitely hadn't heard of that brand. I think with this one, because it's got the talc in it, it just, I noticed when I tried it under my eye, it just sits in the lines and all the creases way too matte. Look at my chin. My chin is way more matte with this, and then this one is much more glowy. I'm going to take now the Concealer Perfector brush 146 from Zoeva, because this is just an awesome brush. Look, it's shaped like a kind of eye, and it's good for just buffing out under the eye. So you actually get, oh, just poked myself in the eye. No, I shouldn't speak while I'm doing this. So you just get like no clinginess or creases, and I just really love it for like buffing it out and around the nose as well. I actually have another brush, this is a Sigma one actually. Actually, this is a Sigma one. It's a 4D HD precision brush, and it's shaped like a kind of triangle. So this is really good for like in here and around your nose. But I love this one just for buffing. And I'll link all these brushes that I mentioned as well below. This is a Missha Cotton Contour. I'm not sure what colour this is, but I will check and I'll link it below. So I'm going to try that. Actually, I'm going to quickly put some powder on my face. I'm going to just put in some Kylie, because this is actually my favourite powder. I really want to try the RCMA powder, because I've got the RCMA foundation on actually, and I'm loving it. I will try and do a review of that shortly once I've tried it a bit more. But yeah, so I'm not cream contouring as normal, and I actually really thought they might have had like some cream contour products. I don't think I saw any, so I'm gonna go in with this Missha. Let me find a brush. And we'll blend this in. So I'm gonna use the Morphe R13, another sale buy. Okay, and we'll try this out. Oh, it's not bad, it's quite light. And now I've put it way too far up my face. I haven't used this brush before. That's quite nice. It's quite very, very subtle. It's definitely more of a contour than for like bronzing. I tend not to bronze my whole face anymore. I'm going to use this brush instead. This is a Sigma Angle Kabuki F84. This is what I always use to contour, especially with my Chanel. I tend to just contour, like I use bronzer or contour to just do like my chin, define my jawline, here, and then I also do here as well. Just the areas like where the sun would naturally hit. And I always think that works really nice rather than bronzing your whole face, because if you bronze your whole face, you're kind of losing any definition, and obviously you can contour over it. But I prefer just to use a slightly darker foundation. I also fake tan my face, and then use concealer to brighten up areas, and then contour. This works quite well. It's very, very subtle. It's kind of sunk into my skin that you can't really see it, but obviously it has made a slight difference. I'd say it's quite cool toned. It's not warm, it's very cool toned. I think it actually works quite well. I'm excited because these blushes look so nice. So I have one from ECOSoul, which has beautiful packaging. And oh, the thing's come out. So it's a peachy sort of coral colour, and you get one of those little brushes and a mirror with it. And it's beautiful. And then we've also got one from Missha, and this is a Satin blusher, and it's called ITALPRISM. And again, I will link the shade if I know it below, but it's a nice coral colour. So they are very, very similar. This one I'd say is more orangey, and this is more pinky. So I'm going to go for the slightly pinkier one. So the Missha one. I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to use my Patrick Ta blush brush. I love this brush. It's gold. It's beautiful. It's so weighty and heavy. So this one is got quite a reflective glow in it. The other blush I'd say is quite matte. This one is more glowy. Okay, that's really nice. I really like that too. So we're on a bit of a roll now, and next I have, this is from Apieu, I think that's how you say it, Full Shot Glam Highlighter in Carrot Island. Now I have some of their skincare already that I've got in my previous hauls. The Sunsa cream, it's hyaluronic acid, and I also got the toner as well recently, and it's so good. So I wanted to try some of their makeup. So this is the highlighter. It's a really big pan actually, it looks amazing. And I'm going to put this on with the Anastasia A7. It's a highlighting brush. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty stunning. We like that. What's nice about it is, like, it doesn't totally feel like a powder highlighter. It reminds me a bit of that Becca one that's supposed to kind of feel like a cream sort of when you put on, but it doesn't feel creamy at all. It is a straight up powder, but it has that more liquidy powder, liquidy creamy effect. That's beautiful. I love that. Let's end up with it halfway up my face. Okay. I'm gonna just blend that out. That came out really pretty. Loving that. I might just do a bit here. That's very nice. And we're looking quite glowy, quite natural, which is what I like. So now I have 3 choices for lips. and I'm going to show you all three. So this one is called EGLIPS. This is not a gloss, it's a tint, and it basically is kind of like it comes on my lips like a kind of pinky colour, and it literally smells amazing. Like, it smells like just so fruity. It's gorgeous. So it comes out like this, and it's first it goes on kind of like a gloss, and then it goes down, and it sort of basically just looks like a tint on your lips, and even when you take it off you still have a bit of a tint. I have very light coloured lips. I don't feel like I have much pigment in my lips, so it was quite nice that it tinted it, and I can't even get it off my hand. This is how strong it is. I'm not using that one today because I'm going to use, I know what one I'm going to use, but I just want to show you the different one. Next one is from HINCE, which I think this must be a bit of a higher end brand because this one was like $22, and this is a beautiful packaging. It's got an H on it, and this one is kind of like a nice pinky rose. I mean, that would look lovely for today, but it is just a nice kind of vibrant pink. It's very, very matte. And it's called like True Colour or something like that. I think in my head I thought it changed colour. I don't know why I thought that. Today I am going to use the 3CE. And this is, what's this called? It's in the colour Muse Folder. And I think it's just like a creamy, nice coloured lipstick because this colour is so beautiful. I like this one the best out of the three. It's nice and creamy. So I'm going to go with this one. So it just sort of looks like that, a nice thin bullet. It's such a beautiful colour, like so vibrant, the pigment is so there. It's matte but also a little bit creamy, so it's kind of a mixture of both. For being such a bright colour, it's really easy to apply as well. So now I've got my headband off. I think that is it. I quite like this look. I think it's turned out well. It's just quite natural. I think the makeup turned out good. My favourite things, oh actually, we could finish with a little spritz of Peony Water. Oh, that's refreshing. Nice. So yeah, like this. My favourite, I think, out of everything is the VDL Primer. So good and so great for putting foundation on top of. Very illuminating and dewy. I like the eyeshadow. Love the highlight. That highlight is wow. Now it's kind of dewed in a little bit with the spray. That's gorgeous. I love the lipstick. Love the blush. The mascara is also really good too. It's a shame that the base product wasn't quite the right shade, so I couldn't probably try it, but I really like everything I got. I think it's really nice. I think the only things that are different, you know, I love that there's SPF in these concealers, and the formulas are spot on. Like, very, very good. You know, something like this I just got to try with the tint in it. You know, I don't know if it's something I'll reach for all the time, but it's really fun to try everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know if you've got any favourites or anything that you thought looked good that you'd like to try. Or if you know of any Korean brands that you think are really good, let me know as well in the comments. Say hello in the comments, give this video a like, make sure you hit that subscribe button for lots more videos coming soon, and I'll see you then. Bye!